I quit social media for 30 days. Here's what happened. Hi, guys. Social media has become such an essential part of our lives these days, akin to drinking water, breathing, or eating. Remember, though, it was not that long ago that the world operated quite well without social media. There was a natural calm in our lives. We used to dedicate more time to ourselves and others. But then social media came along and changed the game. Although it has made our lives easier in some aspects, we also have lost a lot because of it. And now, most of us can't rid ourselves of social media even if we want to. However, there are some people who have in fact succeeded in trying to do so. Let's talk about these people. In today's video, we will introduce you to one of them, a person who successfully overcame the monster of social media, experiencing pleasant changes in her life as a result of doing so. And yes, there is even a surprise waiting for you at the end of this video. So be sure to stay with us until its conclusion, and don't forget to click the bell icon to receive timely updates. It's a fact that US millennials spend more than 3.5 hours on their phones every day. A majority of that time is spent on social media. Knowing this, I decided to quit social media for 30 days to find out what would happen. The first few days were in fact the most thought-provoking. I was determined in my quest to rid myself of social media, so I deleted all related items from my phone, logged out of all accounts on my PC, and cleared my browser history. It felt as if I was removing evidence from a crime scene. But I did so wisely, anticipating what could be. In doing so, I realized I would probably miss out on related activity. Maybe that potential client messaged me back. Maybe one of my posts went viral. Or perhaps an important person tweeted at me. Nevertheless, I knew I had to create some distance, so I decided to gain space from my phone. You know the classic triple pat? The moment right before you leave your house and check to make sure you have your phone, wallet, and keys? This now became my double pat, just my purse and keys. Studies show that many people would prefer to receive a mild electric shock than sit alone in a room for 15 minutes. While our cell phones are an excellent tool to stay consistently connected with others, they also stifle our productivity. During my 30-day social media detox, I spent a lot of time rationalizing my addiction. Did I actually think that by stepping completely away from social media, my entire life would fall apart and people would stop watching my videos? During this detox period, I only used a single online platform, YouTube, continuing to post videos. Similar to writing a blog, I believe YouTube doesn't have the same addictive hold over me as social media does. Or does it? For the first week, I deleted social media apps and began spending much less time on my phone, averaging 23 minutes of screen time per day. Compare that to the previous month, wherein I spent 98 minutes a day on my phone. As for my business, did things slow down at all? Halfway through my 30-day detox, I observed by far the largest spike in YouTube subscribers I'd ever achieved, and I had never even come close to seeing this kind of response to my videos, ultimately gaining over 124,000 subscribers over the month-long period. Was that the source of traffic, you ask? A video on my YouTube channel entitled A Day in the Life of a Minimalist, which quickly climbed to 3 million views in 10 days. So, in the same month that I quit social media, I saw exponential growth in my subscribers. This is most likely a coincidence since I would have released that video anyway, but it did make me think. Why was I spending so much time on social media when the heart of what I do is making films? The narrative of social media grooming is a seductive one, but it's ultimately as much of a dead end as spending an extra hour picking out which tie to wear before giving a speech. With the additional hour every day, I could now be a little more productive or spend extra time with my family, which is what I did when I went back home to visit them for about a week. My nephew Oliver thought my drone was the greatest thing ever. The lesson in all of this? Productivity isn't always about increased output, but I can also tell you that I simply felt better by taking time away from social media, so much so that it was in fact difficult for me to see the benefits of it in the first place. For some reason, we've convinced ourselves that social media is an essential and necessary force in our lives. But once I reconnected again, I realized one simple truth. I didn't miss a thing. Now looking ahead to my next 30 days as a solo creator and someone with a finite number of hours within the day, I'm not so sure I want to spend this time the way I used to. It's a common saying that if you challenge nature, nature will in turn hurt you. In our artificial life in present days, we dare to challenge nature, which is why we are the most restless generation in human history. The questionable credibility of social media and other types of technology is fairly obvious, and it's imperative for us to take a break on some days to get closer to nature. Doing so will help us feel fresh and recharge our batteries to become more happy, productive members of society. Thanks for watching this video, and be sure to share it with your family and friends and press the like button to show your appreciation for my channel.